This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Inoue rallies from knockdown, stops Cardenas in Las Vegas thriller. Tropang 5G slams the brake on losing streak, edges Beermen for first win. Perpetual snaps 4-game skid, downs EAC in NCAA women's volleyball. In Major League Baseball, Braves snap Dodgers streak with much-needed win. In the NBA playoffs, the Pacers take Game 1 over the top-seeded Cavs in the road. While Buddy Hield leads Warriors past Rockets in Game 7. And we get to know the force leading the charge for the Mapua Cardinals, John Benedict, Barbie San Andres. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 5th of May. Now here's our roundup. Oscar Piastri took his third straight win in style at the Formula 1 2025 Miami Grand Prix, leading a McLaren 1-2 with Lando Norris just behind. The Aussie grabbed the lead on lap 14 after Verstappen ran wide, never looking back as he crossed the line 4.6 seconds ahead. A safety car on lap 28 bunched up the field, but Naoya Inoue took a flash knockdown in round 2, then came roaring back to stop Ramon Cardenas in round 8 at the Inoue versus Cardenas top-ranked main event held at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Trading 752 punches with Cardenas in a wild back and forth, Inoue responded with a knockdown of his own in round 7, shifting momentum completely in his favor. Both fighters fought at a relentless pace, with Inoue landing 48% of his power shots. Inoue now holds a record of 30 wins, 0 defeats, with 27 KOs. Inoue's precision and pressure broke Cardenas down round by round, culminating in a brutal flurry that forced a referee stoppage in the 8th. TNT Tropang 5G finally got on the board in the PBA Philippine Cup, holding off the San Miguel Beermen for a hard-fought 89-84 win at the Anata Center in Antipolo. After starting the conference with 3 straight losses, the Tropang 5G snapped the skid behind a monster outing from Calvin Oftana, who posted a career-high 21 rebounds to go with 23 points, 6 assists, a steal, and a block. Reynang Batak added 15 points and 5 assists, while Simon Enciso and RR Pogoy knocked down clutch triples to hold off a late rally from San Miguel. TNT led by 11 early in the 4th, but the Beermen cut it to just 3 on multiple occasions, only to be denied by big shots from Oftana, Enciso, and Pogoy, who sealed it with a dagger 3 in the final minute. CJ Perez kept the Beermen in striking distance with 26 points, while Junmar Fajardo chipped in 21 and 14 boards. Head coach Chot Reyes said the win came after a moment of honest reflection. University of Perpetual Health finally broke its losing streak, taking down Emilio Aguinaldo College 25-19, 25-17, 17-25, 25-23 to earn its first win in the second round of NCAA Season 100 women's volleyball. The Lady Altas had dropped 4 straight matches, including 3 to start the second round, but got back on track at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Now 8-5, Perpetual boosted its Final Four hopes, while EAC slipped to 3-10. After EAC took the third set and led 12-6 in the 4th, Perpetual slowly chipped away, tying the set at 18 after an attack error. Winnie Bedanya and Gemalyn Menor sparked the run, and with clutch plays from Shai Omipon and Fifi Ariola, the Lady Altas closed it out. Omipon led with 16 points and 12 digs, while rookie Camille Bustamante matched her with 16 points off 15 attacks and an ace. EAC's Jing Alimen scored 17 points, supported by Cara Dayanan and Jamaica Villena with 11 each. Meanwhile, Robin Brown dominated the women's 100-meter hurdles with a time of 13.85 seconds, sealing her third gold at the ICTSI Philippine Athletics Championships held at New Clark City. Her win follows two earlier triumphs, a victory over Paris Olympian Lauren Hoffman in the 400-meter hurdles and a strong finish in the gold-winning 4x400 mixed relay team. Staying humble, Brown shared that coming back to compete after missing the Olympics was emotional. And what a comeback statement. We are looking forward to more exciting action from this lady in future races. In Major League Baseball, after a week of tough losses and slipping momentum, the Atlanta Braves finally found their spark, snapping the Dodgers' 7-game winning streak with a hard-fought 4-3 victory at Truist Park. Austin Riley knows one win won't change the standings, but the victory over the Dodgers was a big morale boost. The Braves had dropped 7 straight to LA, including 2 this weekend, before finally breaking through. Bryce Elder held the Dodgers to 2 runs over 5 innings, then turned it over to the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias shut the door in the 9th, striking out the side to seal the win. Riley is leading the way at 292 with 8 homers and 24 RBIs, and the team is eagerly awaiting Ronald Acuna Jr., who's expected back soon from ACL rehab. In the NBA playoffs, in a thrilling Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, the 4th seed Indiana Pacers stunned the top seed Cleveland Cavaliers with a 121-112 victory on the road. Andrew Nembhard led the charge with 23 points, while Tyrese Halliburton contributed 22 points, 13 assists, and 3 blocks in the win. Pascal Siakam and Aaron Nesmith scored 17 each, while Miles Turner chipped in 13 points, 11 rebounds, and got a big defensive play from a lot of the players from Indiana, who handed Cleveland its first loss of the season. Ty Jerome had 21 and Evan Mobley added 20 points and 10 boards, while Cleveland was once again without Darius Garland. The Pacers came out strong, built an early double-digit lead, and held off several Cavs runs, including a 13-0 spurt in the third. Nesmith's hot shooting and Turner's big 3 at the end of the third helped Indiana regain control. Indiana advanced after beating Milwaukee in 5, while Cleveland swept Miami in historic fashion. Game 2 sets up to be a fierce battle. Meanwhile, Buddy Hield scored 33 points, Stephen Curry added 22, and the Golden State Warriors beat the Houston Rockets 103-89 in Game 7 to win the series 4-3. The 7-seeded Warriors now advance to face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the second round, with Game 1 set in Minneapolis. This victory prevented a 3-1 series collapse and gave Golden State its 5th playoff win over Houston since 2015. Curry opened the 4th quarter with a layup and the 3-pointer, extending the Warriors' lead to 75-62. Hield hit another big 3 with 8:18 left, securing a comfortable lead. Houston struggled inside, with Amen Thompson shining with 24 points and 9 rebounds. The Rockets shot just 40.5% and missed 12 of 18 three-point attempts, while the Warriors finished 18 for 43 from deep. After a slow start, Hield's 42-foot three-pointer at the first quarter buzzer gave Golden State a 23-19 lead. The Warriors held strong and built a 51-39 halftime advantage thanks to Hield's 22 first-half points. And here are the current playoff rankings. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Why is the triple threat position every basketball player's secret weapon? A triple threat refers to a position a player takes when they have the ball and are in a stance that allows them to do one of 3 things: dribble, pass, or shoot. This stance usually involves bending the knees slightly, holding the ball close to the body, and keeping the defender guessing about the next move. It's called triple threat because from this position, the offensive player is a constant threat to do any of those three actions, making it a fundamental and powerful tool in basketball strategy. Mastering the triple threat means you're always ready to make a play, keeping the defense on its toes. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. So here we are, Formula One's version of the NBA's old-school psychological warfare. Except, instead of Jordan whispering in your ear at the free throw line, Zach Brown is walking around the paddock, drinking from a bottle labeled tire water. Yes, that actually happened. McLaren's CEO just pulled the racing equivalent of, "You want beef? File the paperwork." Red Bull still smarting from losing the constructors' crown to McLaren and watching Lando Norris push Max Verstappen. Harder than we're cheating, grow a pair, file a formal protest, and risk $25,000 against your cost cap. Otherwise, zip it. He even floated the idea that every frivolous protest should hit the cap, which, by the way, would instantly kill the rumor mill unless you've got real evidence. And next, either Red Bull makes this official with the FIA or Zach Brown just punked the most dominant F1 team of the decade on international TV with a $10 water bottle and a wicked grin. Your move, Horner. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 5th of May. Up next, get to know the force leading the charge for the Mapua Cardinals. John Benedict, Barbie San Andres. When we return right here on The Scorecard. He is at the helm of the Mapua Cardinals' campaign for the NCAA men's volleyball crown. And don't be fooled by his sometimes quirky nature, because this Barbie can be as tough as nails. Let's get to meet John Benedict, Barbie San Andres.
John Benedict San Andres, more popularly known as Barbie San Andres, team captain ng Mapua University Cardinals. Ben, maraming salamat sa oras. And it's good to be here with you sa Mapua University para mas lalo ka pang makilala and ma-share mo yung story mo sa lahat ng mga viewers natin sa Bilyonaryo News Channel. So Barbie, 10 straight wins para simulan itong NCAA Season 100. Ikaw ang team captain. Ito ba yung expectation nyo na magiging ganito kaganda yung simula nyo this season?
To be honest po, nag-prepare po kami ngayong season pero hindi rin po namin nina-expect na ganun yung lalaroin namin. Kasi last season po, galing po kami sa rank 8. Tapos wala pong nawala sa amin. Same lineup. Medyo nagulat din po kami kasi nga parang umaayon sa amin yung tadhana, yung swerte ba. Pero alam ko naman po na pinaghirapan din po namin ang coaches at kami po, pinaghirapan din po namin.
Ben, tigasan ka ba at paano ka nahilig sa volleyball?
Taga San Jose del Monte, Bulacan po ako and nahilig po ako sa volleyball sa mga friends kong Becky po na sa public school po kasi ako galing din.
Okay.
Sa public school po parang pag mag-training na po yung volleyball, minsan na-excuse mo sa classroom. Then yung mga classmate kong Becky na natutuwa ako pag nag-training sila sa court, tapos naiiwan ako. So sabi ko sa sarili ko na, what if I-try ko? Parang yun, tinuruan nila ako hanggang sa next year, sumalin ako sa team namin sa volleyball.
Okay. First time kita ma-cover, season 98 yun sa San Andres. Tapos nakita ko yung lineup, sabi ko, John Benedict San Andres. Tapos tinatanong ko yung mga nicknames nyo. Tapos sabi mo sa akin, Barbie. So, from John Benedict, kailan ko una naging Barbie?
Kung kailan po tinawag sa akin yung Barbie?
Yes.
Nung naglalaro po kasi ako ng Spikers Turf.
Okay.
And then parang may photoshoot po doon na parang pinlay time ko po na yung mga posting, di ba po pag photoshoot po sa volleyball, parang yung mga seryoso mga ganyan, hawak sa ball. Parang ano na po siya, parang tapos na po yung photoshoot, tapos parang nag-request po ako na for sarili ko lang po. Parang pinlay time ko po yung mga posting na doon po nag-start yung mga ganon, yung parang Barbie post na ganyan, yung parang manika-manika lang. Tapos after ko na photoshoot na yon, ang tawag na po sa akin, Barbie, doon po spiker step po. Hanggang sa, nadala ko na po siya sa NCAA.
Okay. Ang isa pang hindi ko makakalimutan nung time na yon, aside from syempre, yung talent mo as a volleyball player, yung isang tarpaulin na sobrang nag-viral sa Facebook. Ano ba yung kwento doon sa tarpaulin na yun?
Parang sinurprise ko ako ng mga friends ko and then parang nananayan ko na sabi lang po nila sa akin, manonood daw po sila ng game.
Okay.
Tapos may surprise nga daw po sila. Hindi ko po alam kung ano. Basta tinanong lang po nila kung saan yung venue, anong oras yung game. Then sinabi ko naman po. Tapos nagulat na lang po ako. Pag tingin ko, may tarpaulin na po na nakalagay. Sabi ko, hello, saan galing tong mga picture na pinagkukuha nila? Ayun po, tas hanggang sa, nagulat nga po ako, nag-viral po siya sa, sa social media. Ayun po.
So, season 98 was your rookie year sa
Hindi,
NC. Second year mo na yun. Nung sinabi na ikaw yung magiging team captain, paano mo tinake yung responsibility na yun?
Noong una po, parang ayoko po kasi hindi ko po kaya. Nahirapan po ako. Tapos parang sinabi lang po nila coach na kaya mo yan, tutulungan ka namin. Hindi naman mabigat yung responsibility mo sa umpisa. Hanggang sa, ayun po, natutunan lang din po ako mag-lead ng team. Then, thankful naman po kasi nakikinig naman po sila lahat.
Okay. Isa sa mga parang inaabangang matchups yung Mapua and Arellano. Tapos, syempre, top scorer ka, si Carl Berdal, top scorer din. Para kung may nagsabi na magkakilala daw kayo or ano ba yung storya doon?
Sa ano po kasi, lagi po kami naglalaro sa pag off-season, parang may mga liga po kami nalalaroan. Minsan magkakampi kami, minsan magkalaban kami, gano'n po. So, bago pa po kami maglaro sa NCAA, friends na po kami. Teammates na kami sa labas. Minsan, kadalasan po magkalaban kami sa mga laro. So,
parang friendly rivalry siya. Okay. Kaya pala parang parang featured matchup lagi yon. Okay. Ben, kanino ka pinaka na-challenge in terms of like, halimbawa, pag nakalaban niyo yung Perpetual, merong Louis Ramirez, merong Jeff Marapo, kanino ka parang like, ginaganahan na, uy, kailangan ko mag-step up kasi sa kabilang team, ito yung player na gagawa ng puntos.
Ano po, hindi po siya isang player, parang team po. Parang pag sa letran po, sa letran po kami pinaka-nahirapan.
Okay.
Kasi super galing kasi ni Wayne nung setter nila, tapos si Hinzon, si Vince. Ganda ng connection nila, hirap na hirap kami sa kanila. Parang hirap pa after nung game na yun, nung napanalo namin, para kaming nakahinga ng malalim. Salamat na tapos na yung game, tapos maganda yung resulta kasi nakuha namin yung panalo.
Okay.
Yun po, sila po.
2 beses nyo tinalo yung Perpetual. Sila yung 4-time defending champion sa NCAA. So, para sa'yo, ano yung naging susi at natalo nyo sila and it was also 5 sets?
Siguro po, yung round 1 tsaka round 2, parang isa lang din po yung naging mindset namin. Kasi pares po siya 5 sets. Then, yung 5 sets, dikdikan po yung laban. Parang siguro po, parang ang naging resulta po, kaya siya naging maganda kasi po, parang hindi po namin sinukuan. Parang mas ginusto po namin. Pag pag 5th set na po, parang lagi ko po nare-remind sila na kailangan gusto ko pong makita sa mga mata nila na kukunin namin yung panalo. Tapos lahat po kailangan nag-celebrate sa loob, lahat maingay. Kasi pag ganun po yung laro namin, nalalabas po namin yung game namin. Tsaka, ayun nga po, pag naumpisahan namin na maganda, tapos makita ko po sa kanila na yun nga po, na willing sila manalo.
Ano yun pinag-uusapan sa NCAA Men's Barbie San Andres MVP?
Meron po ba ganun?
Yes. So, ano yung reaction mo doon na yung marami na nagsasabi na yun nga, number 1 scorer ka, and automatic, you're in the MVP conversation.
Siguro po hindi po siya masyadong nagsisink in sa akin kung may mga ganun po. Kasi ang goal po namin ngayon is yung Final Four. Then pag nakapag-Final Four na kami, yung siguro po, championship, ayun po yung gusto ng lahat. Yung sweep namin po, hindi po kami masyadong nag-expect or hindi po namin siya masyadong parang kung bonus po sa amin kung yung sweep. Yung sweep po namin ng round 1. Sa ensayo nga po, parang nagbibiroan lang po kami na wait, parang sweep, parang kaya natin i-sweep. Tapos hindi na po namin napansin na naging totoo nga na sweep pala natin. Parang yung mga special awards sa amin po lahat, parang di kung may ganyan, bonus na lang po. Parang ganun po yung nasa isip namin yun.
So kung hindi volleyball, ano sa tingin mo yung ginagawa mo sa buhay?
Siguro po beauty queen. Siguro po nag-aaral ako or siguro po kung di pa ako volleyball player, siguro varsity pa rin po ako, pero feeling ko cheerleader ako.
Cheerleader. Okay. For my last question, you are unapologetically you. Siyempre, kung sino ka, yun yung pinapakita mo sa tao at hindi ka takot na gawin yon. So for you, what's your advice to anybody that maybe is yung nahihiya, parang baka natatakot, na baka ma-judge, pero ikaw, you're just yourself and you're happy doing what you love. Ano yung advice mo sa mga tao na nanonood to just be yourself?
Siguro po sa mga nanonood po na nahihiya personally ako po, syempre hindi naman po tayo madalas nakakita na yung bakla na pa-girl sa men's volleyball, parang mahaba buhok, nag-make-up, nag-outfit na pambabae. So, ako po siguro, ang inisip ko lang po noon is dito ko na-express yung sarili ko. Dito ko malalabas yung laro ko kung ano ako. And then, nakuha ko naman po yung respect nila coach na parang hinayaan na lang po ako. Basta gawin ko po yung best ko sa loob ng court. So sa mga nahihiya po, parang ako po, para sa akin po, basta po lagi nyo lang pong gawin kung ano po yung tama or kung alam niyo po wala naman po kayong nagrabyado or natatapakan ng tao.
Ayan po. Barbie San Andres, team captain of the Mapua University Cardinals. Barbie, maraming salamat.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you. This NCAA 100.
Thank you po.
Up next, Celtics, Knicks, history, and a whole lot of bad blood. Can New York finally crack the code, or is Boston just built different? We're breaking it down. So you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. Okay. Let's talk about something that's been pretty one-sided lately, but still feels weirdly like it shouldn't be. We got, ganda nito, Darth Vader. Celtics Knicks, a matchup that on paper sounds like it should be close, dramatic, down to the wire with flashbacks of the 80s, maybe even some Jeff Van Gundy grabbing somebody's leg. But here we are in 2025, and Boston is treating the Knicks like a neighborhood pickup team that wandered into TD Garden by mistake. So let's be real. The Celtics didn't just win those games. They controlled them and toyed with the Knicks this season, swept them 4-0. Average margin over 16 points. And during their title run last year, they took 4 of 5. Hindi rivalry yun. That's a routine. But this is where it gets spicy. Boston knows that regular season dominance means absolutely nothing in May. This is playoff basketball, where Jalen Brunson might just be the best guard in the conference right now. You don't believe me? Ilabas ang stats. He's giving you 31.5 points and 8 assists a game this postseason. He just cooked Detroit with 40 and a dagger 3. He's got that cold, patient YMCA veteran swagger that makes it all look effortless. So yeah, Boston's defense is going to have its hands full. Derek White said it best. This isn't one guy stops Brunson. It's a group project. Think of it like high school. You better pray someone brings snacks, someone writes the slides, and someone speaks at the presentation. You need everybody contributing. Now, Drew Holiday is coming back. Yun ang balita. So is Jaylen Brown. Walang nasa injury report. That's like getting all the Avengers out of the medical tent at the same time. And don't forget, the Porzingis subplot. This is his first playoff dance with a team that drafted him and then, gave up on him. He's done with the whole boo at the Garden thing. Now, it's personal but professional. KP is in that perfect revenge without drama headspace, which might actually be scarier than the alternative. Samantala, eto namang Knicks are still living in a weird alternate universe. This is year 25. 25 without an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. 25! Think about that. Alan Houston, Latrell Sprewell, Marcus Camby, Patrick Ewing's ghost, and then nothing. Coach Tibbs says they don't mind being underdogs, but at some point, you have to stop playing the no one believes in us card and actually win something. Boston, meanwhile, they've got the talent, they've got the depth, they got the shooters, and they have the scars. Orlando may have been outmatched, but they gave the Celtics something to think about, slowing their three-point barrage. Magic held them to just over 30 attempts per game, down from nearly 50 in the regular season. If the Knicks can steal from that blueprint, then we've got a series. But until then, let's not kid ourselves. Boston. Dun, 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 dun. They're the Empire. And the Knicks are still fighting with sticks. Game 1, tomorrow morning. Philippine time, live at the Garden. The real one. Let's see if the Knicks brought those lightsabers to this fight or just more flashlights. So stay ahead of the game as the battle for the playoffs heats up with high-stakes games. And here's your odds breakdown for tomorrow's matchups. That wraps up tonight's preview so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a legendary NBA player who spent 20 years with the Los Angeles Lakers, a 5-time champion, 18-time All-Star, and 2008 MVP, the late, great Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, once said, "Everything, negative pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise." Rest in peace, KB. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week on the Scorecard, where sports our business and business is our sport, right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.